Memaw Dixie.
And I'm Granny.
Welcome.
I don't know what my mama would do. She had to make pies as high as everything's gone up. As many as she made, she'd start in the morning on Saturday morning and bake till dark. So we'd be ready for Sunday. I had two good brothers. I was always proud of them. Howard was always a happy-go-lucky, and Leon was always like Daddy. Into the Army, and he was 18. He just come out of high school, and they drafted him back then. You didn't go on your own. And he went and done his training. They have to do it first, and then they send him to the state of Washington, and he stayed there till he come home. You know, I guess you can say Howard was our movie star in the family, which he thought he was kind of a movie star. He was good looking. But when he was in the Army, stationed in Washington State, he was an extra in the movie called To Hell and Back. And he was so excited to tell us about him being a movie star in the movie so we could watch him. It was after he come back out of the Army. I guess about 21. Evelyn said that she went on a date with Darryl Purdy, and Howard was on a date with someone else, and they traded. And Howard ended up with Evelyn, and I don't know who Darryl ended up with. He was always tight, and Leon, he never, if he made it, he spent it. He never was tight like Howard was. We always said Howard always squeezed the head off of the buffalo.
Hey, I'm Memaw. Today I'm going to make chocolate pies. This was my Memaw's recipe. So I'm going to get started. I will do my dry ingredients first and mix it up. And then we will do our wet ingredients. I'm not going to make the meringue tonight, but I'll just cook the pies and let them cool all night. And then I'll do the meringue tomorrow. I'm going to put a half a cup of cocoa. Right out, and half a cup is just 3 heaping spoonful tablespoons equals to about a half a cup, give or take. We always make chocolate pies on holidays, but my Uncle Leon and Uncle Howard love chocolate pies. So I put a half a cup of flour, and I'm going to put 3 big tablespoons of cornstarch. This makes 2 pies. anyway, we used to have New Year's here every year for all my mom's brothers and sisters. Howard, Leon, Uncle Gene, all of them would come. I couldn't find my chocolate pie nowhere. And I thought, what happened to my chocolate pie? Well, Uncle Howard had got that chocolate pie and snack it and put it in his car so that Uncle Leon couldn't have none of it. So from then on, I always made 2 chocolate pies, one for Howard and one for Leon. And then I would make 2 more for us to eat on. And I guess I did that plumb up till they passed away. I think a week before each one of them passed away, they got a chocolate pie from me. But that was their mama's recipe. And as far as I know, I'm the only one that has it. But I've got 3 eggs. You only want to use the yellow. You don't want to use the whites. I'm going to save my whites to make my meringue with. And that is all I have to put in until I put it on. Preheat or cook your pie crust and let them cool good before you put your pie filling in. You don't want to put them in a hot pie crust because the bottom will get real soggy on you. To thicken up and come to a boil, but you see around it where it's a little bit bubbles around it. I'm just putting a dab of butter in it, and I'm going to stir that in. That's what you want, but I put the butter in to get rid of all those bubbles. I think that's pretty good right there. Forrest will tell us tomorrow if it is or not. So I'm going to pour it in my pans. When my kids was little, I would set the pan to the side and let them scrape the chocolate out of it. They loved it. And that's your chocolate pies, and we'll be ready for the topping on it tomorrow. Okay, I'm getting ready to make my meringue for my chocolate pies. So I'll get it made, and this is the ingredients. I use sugar, the egg whites that's at room temperature. I'll beat those real good. I'll add some sugar, and I really don't measure when I do that. I kind of do by the taste. I want it sweet, but I don't want it super sweet. And I got some cream of tartar. I put about a half a teaspoon of it in and a little bit of vanilla flavoring. And I put some marshmallow cream in mine. Most people don't, but I do because a lot of times if you do meringue, the next day when you go to eat it, all the meringue's kind of moving to the center and it's kind of watery or sticky on the outside. But if you'll use marshmallow cream, it all stays in place and it doesn't move around, and your meringue stays a lot better. So once I get this all mixed up and get it ready for the oven, I'll show you a picture of it before I put it in the oven and then after. Okay, my meringue's starting to get fluffy, so I'm going to add my sugar and my cream of tartar and my vanilla flavoring first. And then I'm going to let it beat up. Okay, I'm going to add my cream of tartar to it. And that just kind of gets it to hold together good and keeps it white. And I'm going to start blending it. Okay, you see how it's kind of fluffy on the end and will stand up? That's what you want. So now I'm going to add about a good spoonful of marshmallow cream. And this stuff is sticky. So it doesn't take a whole lot, but you'll be surprised how that will hold it together. In my oven, I have it on broil, so I have to watch it really close. I'm going to shut the oven door, but only for just a very, very few minutes. But it actually looks like it's starting to want to brown, so I might just not shut the door. I'll just kind of turn it to make sure it's even all the way around. And you can watch the process of it. This right here will get away from you in a split second. I mean, it will burn really quick. My daughter-in-law absolutely loves chocolate pie. That is one of her favorites. See how it's already turning? So I'm going to cut this off so I'll be able to hurry up and get it out of the oven. But see how fast it will burn? Okay, I have my second pie in the oven. You have to excuse this oven if it's dirty. I have a really hard time cleaning an oven. I have breast cancer. And cleaning the oven and mopping is two of the hardest things for me to do since I had so much surgery. But sometimes if it gets really bad, my mom, she'll break down and come over. But shoot, she's like me. She ain't able either. So it's browning. See how fast it will brown? On top, you got to really watch it you don't burn. So I'm going to get it out of the oven and I'll get back with you. Okay, I took my pie out of the oven and this is what it looks like. And Forrest is going to let us know if it's any good here, just a little bit.
Alright, now we're going to try some chocolate pie with some meringue, and you know, again, I've eaten a ton of chocolate pies because everybody loves chocolate pie, but let's give Dixie's a try. And my daughter Elena's over there and she's already into it. Is it any good? Will I like it? Maybe. There you go. Really good. You know, it's smooth, and I like chocolate pie when it's cold too, or a little cool, you know. It makes it just taste better, you know. And it's really light. Crust is good. And again, I don't know who doesn't like chocolate pie, so there you go.